Hello guys. So ang i-discuss natin sa video na ito is about time value of money. Sir, applicable ba itong lesson na ito sa accounting? Yes, of course. Applicable ito sa accounting. In fact, hindi lang naman sa accounting applicable ito no? Maraming aspeto ng business na applicable ang concept ng time value of money. Pero dito, nakafocus lang tayo sa aspect ng accounting. Anong mga lessons sa accounting na may impact ang concept ng time value of money? Let me give you some examples. Accounting for long-term receivable. Yan ay nasa intermediate accounting 1 nyo, di ba? So, kung nakarating na kayo sa accounting for notes and loans receivable, ma-encounter nyo na si time value of money. Number 2, pag nakaabot na kayo ng accounting for debt investments, may encounter nyo ulit itong si time value of money, no? Pero particularly, applicable ito sa classifications fair value, other comprehensive income, and amortized cost. Next, pag nasa intermediate accounting 2 na kayo, may encounter nyo ulit si time value of money when you are accounting for long-term notes, loans, and bonds payable. Ano pa? Leases. May encounter nyo ulit si time value of money. Kaya, si time value of money, malaki rin naman impact niya kay, kay accounting. Kaya, may separate lesson akong sinet for discussion on the time value of money. Okay? And any other topics involving the concept of time value of money. Hindi lang naman dito limited sa mga topics na ito yung time value of money. Meron pang ibang topics sa accounting na involved pa rin ang time value of money, no? Pero dito na yan sa other topics natin. Binigyan ko lang kayo ng idea kung saang mga topics nyo siya may encounter. Gets? Okay. So let's now start with the discussion of the time value of money. Let's start with the concept of time value of money. Ano ba ang ibig sabihin ng time value of money? Si time value of money, it is a concept in finance stating that the money today is worth more than the same sum of money to be received in the future. For example, may hawak ka ngayong 500. Yang 500 mo ngayon, let's say makakabili ka dyan ng 5 bars of chocolate ngayon. Nakuha? Yung 500 pesos mo ngayon, makakabili ka ng 5 bars of chocolate. Pero expect mo in the future, yung 500 pesos mo, hindi na niya kakayanin bumili ng 5 bars ng chocolate. No? Bakit? Nanghihina ang purchasing power ng pera due to inflation. Ngayon siguro, 1 bar of chocolate, 100 pesos. Kaya kaya mo makabili ng 5 bars ng chocolate for 500 pesos. Pero expect mo in the future, tataas ang presyo ng mga tsokolate. Let's say, magiging 120 per bar na yan. Kakayanin pa ba ng 5 chocolate ang 500 pesos? Hindi na. Nagkakaroon ng inflation. Nagmamahal ang mga presyo ng bilihin. Yun lang ang ibig niyang sabihin dito. Okay? Next, under the time value of money, money will earn or incur interest due to passage of time. Ina-assume palagi ng concept na ito na may interest over a period of time or due to passage of time. Okay? Kahit walang pinag-agrihan or meron, assumption niya may interest palagi. Yun lang yun. Assumption niya may interest palagi. Gets? Okay? Now, there are 2 types of interest under the concept of time value of money. Meron tayong tinatawag na simple and compound interest. Anong pinagkaiba ng simple at ng compound interest maliban sa spelling nila? Pag sinabi nating simple interest, etong klase ng interest na ito ay nag-a-arise lang sa principal amount. Kaya siya simple interest kasi nag-a-arise lang yan sa principal amount. Pag sinabi nating compound naman, kumbaga, nagpapatong-patong yung interest. Let's say ganito, no? Kung ang simple interest mo sa principal lang namumunga or nag-a-arise, ang compound interest, nag-a-arise yan sa principal, at sa mga prior interest mo din. Kaya sabi ko, nagpapatong-patong ang mga interest under the compound interest. Okay? Para mas maging malinaw kung ano ang ibig kong sabihin doon, illustrative examples tayo. First, simple interest muna. Okay? So, a person invested 100,000 peso in a savings bank account that earns 2% simple interest. Find the interest earned if the amount was kept in the bank for how many years? 3 years. So, in this table, titignan na natin kung magkano yung ma-earn yung interest each year and over the 3-year period. So, interest and cumulative balance in that bank account. Magkano initial investment ni person? 100,000. So, sa simula, ang laman ng kanyang bangko, 100,000. Diba? Now, dadaan yung year 1, dadaan yung year 2, dadaan din si year 3. Magkano kaya yung interest na mapapasok sa bank account niya every year? Okay? Now, dahil simple interest to guys, ang simple interest ay namumunga lang sa principal amount. Therefore, to compute for the amount of interest, ano ba formula natin for the interest? That is equal to principal amount times rate or interest rate times time. For simple interest, ang computation natin ganito lang, no? Principal amount mo 100,000. What's the interest rate? That is 2% interest rate times 12 over 12. Meaning 1 year yung 12 over 12 ko, no? Ang assumption natin every year ito, no? Every year ito. Okay? Yun lang ang basic assumption natin dito, every year. So magkano to? That is 2,000. So, every year, makaka-earn ng 2,000 interest yung account na ito. So, for year 1, meron kang interest na 2,000. Magkano na cumulative balance mo at the end of year 1? 102,000. Pagdating ng year 2 mo, the same interest pa rin. Kasi simple interest eh. Doon lang siya sa 100,000 na mumunga. Then, magkano na cumulative balance at the end of year 2? 104,000. Then, pagdating ng year 3, another 2,000 ka. So, cumulative balance mo is 6,000. 106,000, I mean. Okay? Magkano yung interest niya over 3 years? 6,000. So, yung sagot natin sa example na ito is 6,000. Okay? Pero kung tatanungin niyo ako kung magkano yung balance na ng bank account after 3 years, sasagutin natin ito, 106,000. Gets? O, diba? Madali lang yung simple interest. Next one. Compound. Pag sinabi natin compound, ito yung nagpapatong-patong yung interest. So, a person invested 100,000 in a savings bank account that earned 2% interest. Find the interest earned if the amount was kept in the bank for 3 years and the interest is compounded annually. Pag sinabi natin annually, every year lang nagko-compound yung interest. Okay? The same table tayo. I-analyze natin kung magkano yung interest and yung cumulative balance. Okay? Initial investment niya, 100,000 pa rin. Ano nga ulit ang ating formula for interest? Principal times interest rate times time. Okay? Yan ulit. Magdadaan ang 3 taon. For year 1, sa tingin nyo magkano yung interest niya? Answer is 2,000. Kasi, 2,000 yan. 100,000 yung initial investment, di ba? So, the interest will be 2% of that amount, 2,000. So, cumulative balance is 102,000. Next one. Pagdating ng year 2, sa tingin nyo, magkano yung interest? 2,000 pa din ba? Answer is no. Bakit? Compounded annually na eh. So, ibig sabihin, yung principal mo, nagpapatong-patong din. So, for year 1, ang principal mo, 100,000. Pagdating ng year 2, hindi na 100,000 yung principal mo. Kasama na yung interest nung last year. Kaya, yung year 2 interest mo will be equal to 102,000 times 2% times 12 over 12. So, magkano yan, sir? 2,040 pesos. May namungang interest doon sa 100,000 investment niya, plus may namungang interest na rin doon sa 2,000 interest niya. Nakuha nyo? Kaya, cumulative balance niya, 104,040 pesos. Gets? Yan ang concept ng compound interest. Nagpapatong-patong ang mga interest. Okay? O, last one. For year 3, sa tingin nyo magkano na yung interest niya? 2,000 pa din ba? No. 2,040? No. Ang interest niyan magbabase sa sumunod na cumulative balance niya. Lahat ng interest na na-earn mo for the last 2 years, kasali ulit yan sa mga computation ng interest mo. Okay? Kaya for year 3, interest mo 2,081 na. Lumalago ng lumalago yung interest because of the compounding concept, 'di ba? So cumulative balance 106,121. So magkano interest talagang na-earn over 3 years? Answer? 6,121. Add nyo lang yung tatlong yan, yung tatlong interest. Nakuha? Okay. Pero kung tatanungin nyo kung magkano na yung balance nung account, 106,121 na. Nakuha nyo ang pinagkaiba ng simple and compound interest. Okay. Now, dito sa concept ng time value of money, guys, mas ia-apply natin ang concept ng compound interest. No? Naka-center tayo sa concept ng compound interest in applying the concept of the time value of money. Ready na? Okay. Now, the concept application of time value of money, pwede siyang i-apply kung gusto mong malaman ang magiging future value ng pera mo or yung present value ng perang gusto mong ma-earn in the future. Okay? Ito pag sinabi nating future value, etong pera ko ngayon, magkano kaya ang magiging value niya at the end of N years pag dineposito ko sa account na to? Yan yung future value. You are looking into the future. Ang present value naman, meron kang target amount in the future pero gusto mo malaman kung magkano yung pera na dapat meron ka ngayon para mag-accumulate siya sa balancing iniisip mo. Alright? Ayan. Both future and present value, okay? Pwedeng single payment lang yan or one time, big time, or annuity. Anong ibig sabihin ng single payment, sir? Isang isang depositohan lang, isang bayaran lang, tapos na. Aantayin mo na lang yung oras na mag-earn siya ng interest. Yun lang. Pero pag sinabi nating annuity, every period, naguhulog ka. Okay? And at the same time, nag-earn din ng interest yung mga hinuhulog mong amounts. No? Ang single payment, one time, big time yan. Ang annuity, every period, naguhulog ka. Yun ang pinagkaiba netong dalawang to. Okay? Malinaw. Now, for annuity, there are two types of annuity. Ordinary and annuity due. Pareho silang may konsepto ng ordinary annuity and annuity due. Ano pinagkaiba ng dalawang ito, sir? I-discuss natin yan dito sa mga susunod na slides. Okay? So for now, ang alam nyo, may dalawang klase ng annuity, ordinary and annuity due. Okay? Sige. Now, magfo-focus na tayo sa future value muna. Ayan. Future value of 1. Future value of 1 answers the question, if I deposit 1 peso today in the bank or in some other investment, how much will it be worth in the future? Yun nga ang sabi ko, you are looking into the future. Magdeposito ako ng piso ngayon, magkano kaya tong piso ko in the future? Let's say, after 3 years, after 4 years, 5 years, etc. Okay? Ano ang formula natin for future value of 1? The basic formula is 1 plus I, okay? Then, raised to the power of N. Ayan. Ano ibig sabihin ng I, sir? Ano ibig sabihin ng N? So, yung legends natin dyan, si I, That's your periodic interest rate. Then, the N stands for number of periods. Okay? Ayan. Now, meron tayong exercise para malaman nyo kung ano yung ibig sabihin ng value of I and value of N. Ilan to? May 4 tayong cases. Let's say the term of investment is 5 years. The annual rate is 15%. And the interest is compounded annually, semi-annually, quarterly, monthly. Okay. Ang compounding periods, yan ang N natin. Ang interest rate per period, that's the I. Tandaan niyo yung mga legends natin, guys, ha? Ang compounding periods natin is the N. And the interest rate per period is I. Okay. Sagutan natin isa-isa to. Anong ibig sabihin ng annually? Every year. Diba? So, for each year, there is 1 period. So, yung annually, meron kang 1 period. Okay? Next. Ang semi-annually, ano ibig sabihin ng semi-annually? Kalahati ng annual. So, kung ang annually mo every 12 months, ang semi-annually mo every 6 months. So, pag sinabi natin semi-annually, there are 2 periods in 1 year. There are 2 periods in 1 year. Every 6 months eh. First 6 months, last 6 months. Kaya 2 periods in 1 year. Next, quarterly. Pag sinabi natin quarterly, every 3 months yan. 1 quarter is equivalent to 3 months. Tandaan nyo ha, 1 quarter is equivalent to 3 months. So, ilang periods kada taon pag sinabi natin quarterly? That is 4 periods. Alright? 4 periods, ha? So, paano naging 4 periods yun? Ulitin natin. 1 quarter is equivalent to 3 months. Let's say the first quarter, January to March, 3 months. Second quarter, that is April to June. Okay? Third quarter, that is July to September, and the fourth quarter is October to December. Yun ang mga quarters natin. Nakuha? Okay? So, 4 periods in a year. Monthly. Ay, alam na natin yan. Ilang buwan ba kada taon? 12. E di may 12 periods tayo kada year. Kada taon, may 12 periods tayo. So, ito yung guide natin, guys, no? Isa-isahin natin to. Annually muna. Ilan ang compounding periods annually? Since 1 year is equivalent to 1 period, ilang years yung term? 5 years. So, 5 times 1. Ang sagot natin, 5 compounding periods. Okay? Next, interest rate per period. Pag sinabi nating interest rate per period, magkano interest rate mo per compounding period? In this case, annual kasi siya, kaya kokopyahin lang natin yung given na annual rate, which is 15%. Okay? Every year, 15%. Alright? Every period, 15% kasi annually. Gets? Okay. Number 2 tayo. Semi-annually. 5 years. Ilang periods kada taon? 2 periods. So, 5 years times 2 periods per year. Ilan yung compounding periods? Times 2 siya. 10 periods. Gets? Pero, magkano kaya yung interest rate per period natin? Kung tinimes 2 nyo yung number of periods dito, guys, may corresponding adjustment din sa interest rate mo. Ang annual interest rate na 15% is applicable to 12 months. Since every 6 months to, guys, hahatiin nyo yan sa 2. So, 15% divided by 2, that is 7.50%. Tandaan nyo, every year, 15% ang interest rate. Pero, iba ang usapan pagdating sa interest rate per period. No? Pag semi-annually, 2 beses magbabayad. Therefore, divide it by 2, yung interest rate. Alright? Okay tayo. Next, second to the last, quarterly. How many is the compounding period? How many are the compounding periods in this case? Per year, meron kang 4 periods, di ba? Ilang years to? 5 years. So, 5 years times 4 periods. Meron kang 20 compounding periods. How much is the interest rate per period? 15% annual, di ba? Since 4 periods yan, guys, kailangan mong i-divide it by 4. So, 15% divided by 4, that is 3.75%. Alright? Nasundan na, di ba? Okay, last one, monthly. There are 12 periods in a year. Ilang years? 5 years. Therefore, 5 years times 12 periods per year. Ilan ang compounding periods? That is 60 compounding periods. How much is your interest rate per period? Kung 12 period yan, guys, 15% divided by 12. So, magkano? 1.25%. Nasusundan? Okay? So, for the compounding periods, guys, you will just have to multiply. Multiply ito. No? Ito lang ang palaging tatandaan nyo. Pag sa determining the compounding periods, imumultiply nyo. Okay? Pero pag interest rate per period, i-divide nyo naman siya. Yun lang. Yun lang naman pala tandaan natin dyan. Gets? Okay tayo? Yan. Ito na. So, ito na, papunta na tayo sa mga malalalim na concept ng time value of money. Now, you went to your bank this morning and deposited 1 million. Wow, yaman na, may 1 million ka ha. At 12% compounded annually. How much will your deposit be worth after 10 years? Di ba parang nakaka-interesado. Magkano kaya yung 1 million ko ngayon after 10 years at 12% interest? Lalo na compounded annually pa yan. Okay, ganito lang. Nagbigay ako dito ng ng time chart natin, no? Ito lang tatandaan mo. Tuwing nandito ka sa puntong ito, guys, no? This is your point 0. That's the today. Okay? That's the today, yung point 0. Then period 1, period 2, and so on. Ayan. Okay? So, saktong 10 years yan, no? Today, then 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, so on. Okay. Now, ngayon kasi, nag-deposit ka ng 1 million. So, gusto mo malaman kung magkano yung magiging worth ng pera mo after 10 years. Therefore, ipoproject mo yung 1 million mo for 10 years. Okay? Paano natin malalaman kung magkano yan? Kailangan natin alamin kung magkano yung future value factor mo. Your future value factor, binigay ko na yung formula kanina. Di ba? Binigay ko na yung formula. So, paano nga ulit yung formula natin? That is, future value of 1. Kasi single payment ito, guys, no? Single payment yan. That will be 1 plus I. Number of periods. Then, yan na natin substitute natin. 1 plus, what's your interest rate? 12%. So, 0.12. For how many periods? 10 years yan, then compounded annually. 10 years times 1. Therefore, that's 10. Ayos? Okay. So, ganito magiging mukha niyan. 1.12. 10. Ganyan lang. Pero mahirap yan manuhin, guys, no? Therefore, kailangan na natin yung calcu. So, paki-ready lang yung manual calculators natin. Kailangan natin sanayin ang ating sarili sa manual calculator. Okay. So, input natin sa calculator natin, 1.12. Okay? Press your multiplication sign 2 times. Okay? Then, ang kasunod natin equal sign. Now, yung in-input yung 1.12 sa calculator nyo, that's already for the first year. Yan na agad yung magiging future value factor for 1 year, no? Kasi, first, 12% yan. Yung kasunod nyo, pag napindot nyo na yung equal, for year 2 na. Ready? Okay. So, year 1, 1.12. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Dapat pagkarating nyo sa period 10, makukuha nyo ay 3.1058. Hanggang 4 decimal place lang tayo, no? Hanggang 4 decimal place lang. So that will be your future value factor for this case. Okay? I-multiply mo yan, yung future value factor mo sa 1 million mo. Magkano kaya ang pera mo after 10 years? Tiyanan! 3,105,800. Uy, ang laki, grabe. Ganda. Totoo ba yan, sir? Totoo yan, no? Totoo yan. Provided 12% yung interest, compounded annually pa, no? Pero, mahirap makahanap ng 12% talaga na interest. Malaki. Oo, tingin mo. From 1 million, naging 3,105,800. Yaman mo after 10 years, kung ganun. Diba? Ganun lang. Yan ang ibig sabihin ng time value of money. Nag-a-accumulate lang na nag-a-accumulate. Okay? Ayun lang. That's your future value of one or single payment. Okay? Malinaw? Sige. Next one. Annuity na tayo. So, ito yung may series of payments na. Series of deposits or payments. Future value of an annuity of one answers the question, if I make a series of equal deposits over several periods, how much will they accumulate to in the future? Eh di sir, kung magkano yung dinedeposit mo every year, yun lang yun. Answer is no. Tandaan nyo, ang assumption palagi may interest yan. May interest palagi yan. Yung mga na-deposit mo at yung mga susunod mo i-deposit, may interest yan. Okay? Now, there are two types of annuities. Ordinary and annuity dues. Pag sinabi nating ordinary annuity, deposits or payments are made at the end of each period, sa dulo. Pag annuity dues naman, deposits or payments are made at the beginning of each period. Take note, yan ang pinagkaiba ng dalawa. Pag sinabing ordinary annuity, at the end of each period. Pag annuity dues, beginning of each period. No? So may example ako, the first deposit is made immediately or in advance. Klaro? Okay, next one. Formula. Ito na. Dalawang formula makikita nyo. Yung pang-ordinary annuity and yung pang-annuity due. Okay? Sige, ready ha? So, for the future value of an ordinary annuity of 1, that will be your formula. Pang scientific calculator kasi yung formula na yan eh. Pero sasanayin ko kayo sa manual calculator ng ganyang formula. Okay? Mamaya. Then, fair value of an annuity due. So, I suggest picturean nyo itong formula na to para hindi nyo makalimot pag magsasagot na tayo ng mga examples. Alright? So, ayan ang mga formula. Ayoko kasi nag-memorize ng formula. Basta sundan nyo ako mamaya pag sasabihin ko kung i-input na sa calculator. Okay? So, dapat nandyan lang sa tabi nyo ang manual calculators nyo. Okay? Sige. Ayan. Example na tayo. If you put 10,000 in an account at the end of every year for 10 years at 10%, how much would you end up with? Ibig sabihin, magkano daw ang magiging balanse ng account mo kung maghuhulog ka ng 10,000 every year for 10 years. Tapos ang interest rate is 10%. Magkano daw ang magiging balanse ng iyong account? So similar dun sa illustrative example natin kanina, nag-provide din ako ng ng time chart natin dito, no? Now, ganito magiging muka nitong ordinary annuity natin since it is made at the end of every year. This is an ordinary annuity type. Okay? Ordinary annuity type of example. So, ganito siya. At the end of every year, di ba? So, tatandaan nyo, this is your today. This is the today. Then, year 1, year 2, year 3, so on. Okay? Since this is an ordinary annuity, gagawin mo itong deposit at the end of the first year. Clear? Ayan yon. So, yung first 10,000 mo sa dulo ng year 1. Yung susunod na 10,000 sa dulo ng year 2 and so on. Okay? Now, the scenario will be like this. Ipo-project mo silang lahat. Di ba? Nakakalula, sir, ang dami. Oo, ganyan ang projection kapag may ordinary annuity. Ganyan ang projection, guys, no? Sir, what about this 10,000 sa dulo? Hindi mo na ipo-project? Hindi na. Kasi ito na yung 10th period mo. Tama ba ako? That's the 10th period. Hindi mo na siya ipo-project. Kasi hanggang 10 years lang naman yung tinatanong ng example natin. Tama ba ako? Okay. So, paano mo ipo-project yan, sir? Ko-compound nyo yung interest rate. Ayan, 9 periods, 8, 7, 6, and so on. Habang papalapit sa 10th year, ano nangyayari? Nababawas yung exponent niya. Then, dun sa dulo, 1 lang. Wala pang interest talaga yung huling 10,000 mo. Wala pang interest yan. Kasi hanggang dyan lang naman ipoproject natin, no? Hanggang dyan lang eh. Nakuha niyo ako? Okay. Now, paano natin kukumputin ito? Paano natin kukumputin ang ating future value of an ordinary annuity of 1? I suggest nandyan dapat sa phone nyo yung formula natin na picturean nyo. Ready Okay. Naririnig nyo calcio ko? Yan. Okay. So, input natin 1.10. Kasi 10% yung interest. Okay. Then, press the multiplication sign 2 times again. Tandaan nyo, itong 1.10 nyo, that's already for period 1. So, yung pagka-pindot natin ng equal sign, for period 2 na agad yun hanggang mag-period 10 tayo. Ready? Okay. So, period 1, 1.10. Period 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nasundan? Okay. Next one, magma-minus 1 tayo dyan. Press equal sign. Okay. Divided by 0.1. Nasundan? Sinundan lang natin yung formula. Kung hindi nyo nasundan, rewind nyo yung video ko. Okay? Rewind nyo yung video ko para ulitin nyo, ma-replay nyo yung sinabi ko kanina. Gets? Okay. So, dapat, ang makuha nyong future value factor will be 15.9374. 15.9374. Okay? Then, that future value factor will be multiplied to your periodic deposit of 10,000. Ayan. Ayan, 10,000 times 15.9374. 4 decimal place. Okay na yan. So, magkano na ang balanse ng account mo after 10 years kung naguhulog ka 10,000 per year? Sagot natin is ito. 159,374. 159,374. Ayos? Di ba? Yan yung kumbaga shortcut na. Ay sir, shortcut na yon? Yes, shortcut na. Gusto nyo makita yung long method? Okay, next slide tayo. The same example, guys, no? Pero ito yung long method natin. Kung mapapansin nyo, ang dami per period. Iaano natin yan? Hanapan natin ng ano to. Bakit naka-present to? Teka, baguhin ko lang Dapat future value factor to. Yan. Huwag nyo pansinin to. Okay? Nadala ng copy-paste ko kanina to. Okay? Okay lang yan. Sorry. Okay. Sige. Now, titignan nyo, every year maghuhulog ka ng 10,000. Starting period 1, naghuhulog ka 10,000. Then, per deposit mo guys, imumultiplyan mo yan ng certain future value factor. Okay? So, tignan nyo ha. For period 1 natin, ilang factor yon? Kung babalikan nyo yung previous slide natin, 1.10 raised to 9. Kaya nakuha yung 2.35 na yan. So, kung gagawin nyo sa calculator nyo, gawin natin. So, 2 times, multiplication sign, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. O, diba? Nakuha nyo? Then, yung susunod, uulitin nyo yan. Napaka-tedious ng process. Ito yung long method, guys, no? Ilagay ko na agad lahat ng mga future value factor. Kayo na ang mag-eksperimento. Okay? Para matuto kayo. Ayan. Pansin nyo, napaka-tedious niyan. Mauubos oras nyo pag gagawin nyo itong long method na to. Then, after you determine the future value factors, mumultiply mo isa-isa yan. Period 1, period 2, period 3, and so on. Diyos ko, sobrang matrabaho to. Kaya I suggest dapat na-familiarize nyo yung ginawa natin kanina. O, diba? Then, i-add nyo pa yan. O, diba? Nakuha pa din natin kung ano yung nakuha natin kanina. May rounding off difference nga lang. Pero okay lang yun. Immaterial lang naman yun eh. Nakuha ba? Ayos? So, I suggest dapat alam nyo yung formula natin kanina. Okay? Sige. Okay na tayo ha. Next one. Another illustrative example tayo. If you put 10,000 in an account at the beginning, take note, at the beginning of every year for 10 years at 10%, how much would you end up with? Pansin nyo, the same amounts, yun nga lang, instead na at the end of every year, ginawa na natin beginning of every year. So, ano tawag natin dito? This is annuity due. So, ano magiging mukha nito sa time chart natin? Nausog siya. Kung babalikan niyo yung previous slide natin kanina, yung first 10,000 nandoon sa period 1. Tama? Pero pag annuity due, magsa-start agad yung first payment mo at period 0. Okay? Then, ipo-project mo pa isa-isa ulit yan. Ayan. Ganyan na naman siya. Ipo-project mo pa isa-isa yan. Okay? Then, what are the future value factors? 1.10 raised to 10, 1.10 raised to 9, and so on. Tedious process ulit. Ayan. Ganyan katrabaho yung si time value money. Pero since may formula tayo na na-develop ng mathematician, dumali ang buhay natin. Diba? Ayun. Kung ipapa-explain nyo sa akin kung paano nakuha yung formula na yon, please, wag na po. Hindi naman ako mathematician. Accountant po tayo. Tama? So, sundan na lang natin yung formula ni mathematician. Gets? Okay. Now, sir, paano natin gagamitin naman ito? Paano natin kukumputin ang future value of an annuity due of 1? Susundan nyo ulit yung formula natin kanina. So, I hope nandyan pa rin yung picture ha. Okay. Kung babalikan nyo yung formula natin, 1 plus I raised to n plus 1. So, kung ang period natin ay 10 periods, mag plus 1 ka. Then, minus 1 divided by I, minus 1. Minus 1. Wag nyo kakalimutan yan. Okay? Sige, sundan nyo ako. So, input natin sa calculator, 1.10. Press the multiplication sign 2 times. That's already your period 0. Okay? That's already the period 0. Ready na? Okay. So, let's start na. So, period 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hanggang 9 lang. Kasi makikita nyo hanggang dito lang tayo umabot. Gets? Okay. Then, plus 1. Mag plus 1 ka. Plus 1. Alright. Minus 1. Divided by 0.10. Okay? Minus 1. Dapat nakuha nyo ay 17.5312. 17.5312. So, dapat ito yon. Sinundan lang natin yung formula. Okay? Sinundan lang natin. Gets? Kung gusto nyo ulitin, rewind nyo yung video natin. Gets? Okay? Sige. Kaya yan. So, ang sagot natin for this example is 175,312. Okay? O sir, ba't parang mas lumaki siya kesa dun sa prior example? Kasi na-late yung first payment, na-late yung mga susunod na payment. Dahil na-late, may mga interest kang hindi na-earn doon sa prior example natin. Unlike dito sa example na to, maaga kang nagde-deposit. Kaya, lumaki yung interest mo kasi na-take advantage mo yung early deposit. Nakuha ba? Ayan. Ayos ba? Now, kung gusto nyong gawin ulit yung tedious method natin, yung long method, next slide natin, the same problem, ganyan ulit gagawin nyo. Nakuha? Okay? So, I suggest, gamitin nyo lang tong table na to para i-analyze yung nangyayari. Pero, pag exams na wag nyo gagamitin to. Mauubos yung oras nyo. Promise. Pang-analyze nyo lang gagawin itong long method ko. Okay? So, dapat, familiarize nyo yung formula. Familiarize nyo yung formula sa manual calculator. Kasi, bawal ang scientific calculator sa board exam. Okay? Sige. Next. Ito na yung last part ng ating discussion. Present value. Kasi kanina, puro future value yun eh. This time, magpe-present value tayo. Okay? Magpe-present value tayo. Ay, wait. Balik tayo sa previous slide. Instead na present value factor to, gawin ko lang FV. Baka mamaya malito kayo eh. So, dapat future value. Ayos? Okay. Sige. Sa PV of 1 or present value of 1, it answers the question, how much do I have to deposit today to receive 1 peso in the future? Dito, may iniisip ka ng amount na gusto mong maipon in the future. So, kaya mo kino-compute ang present value para alamin mo lang kung magkano yung kailangan mo ngayon i-deposit para ma-accumulate siya sa ganong amount in the future. Okay? So, ano ang formula? PV of 1 will be equal to 1 plus I raised to negative n. Ito yung kabaliktaran ng future value of 1 natin kanina. Ito yung kabaliktaran niya, guys. No? Instead na positive n, nag-negative n siya. Bakit? Kasi pabalik tayo. Ibabalik natin, ipe-present value natin siya. Kumbaga, pag sinabing present value, i-discount. Yun ang ibig sabihin ng present value, i-discount natin. Okay? Kapag i-discount natin, syempre, magiging, worth less than 1 peso siya. Okay? Ayan. Or, kung hindi kayo sanay sa ganyang formula, ganyan ang magiging mukha ng formula natin, PV of 1. Alright? Ayan. Example tayo. So, dapat na picturean nyo yung formula natin kanina. Kung hindi nyo na picturean, balikan nyo lang. Rewind nyo lang yung video ko. Okay? Sige. You want your money to be worth 176,000 5 years from now, and the interest rate is 12% compounded annually. How much deposit will you make today? Isang deposit lang para mag-accumulate ng 176,000 5 years from now. So, kung titignan ulit natin yung time chart, yung 176,000 na yan, hindi mo ilalagay dito sa period 0. No. Pero ilalagay mo siya dito sa kabila. Kasi siya na agad yung future value. Yung given na 176,000, that's already the future value, guys. No? So, ibabalik natin siya to 0.0. Magkano yung kailangan mong i-invest or i-deposit ngayon para mag-accumulate siya to 176,000 in the future? So, gagamitin natin yung formula kanina nung PV of 1 natin. Okay? Sundan nyo ako. 1 plus 0.12. Sir, paano natin gagawin yung negative n? Multiplication pa rin ba? No. Division naman tayo. So, press the division sign 2 times. Okay? Then, yung first click nyo, alam ko may iba-iba yung sa calculator eh. Sa calculator kasi, minsan pag na first click mo si equal sign, biglang magwa-1 siya. Huwag nyo i-count yun. Okay? Dapat, yung first period nyo will be, eto, 0.8929. 8929 agad dapat yan. Okay? Hindi 1. 8929. That's the first period. Second, third, fourth, fifth. 5 years eh. So, 5 periods tayo. So, dapat ang makuha yung present value factor, 0.5674. Okay? 0.5674. I-multiply nyo lang yan dito sa 176,000, makukuha natin yung sagot. Magkano daw ang kailangan natin i-deposit ngayon para mag 176,000 in the future? 99,862. Clear? Ayan. That's the present value of the 176,000. 99,862. Nasundan? Oh, ano napansin nyo sa present value? Sa present value process? May tinanggal na certain portion si 0.5674. Ano tinanggal niya portion? That's the interest portion. Tinanggal niya. Ang assumption niya kay 176,000 kasi may interest na. May interest na yan. Therefore, etong si 99,862, purely principal lang yan. Purely principal lang yan. Ganyan na ang application ng time value of money. Gets now? Okay? Ayan. Next, annuity na tayo. Ito na yung last 2 or 3 examples. Di ko lang maalala kung 2 or 3 yan. Basta nandito na tayo sa annuity. Madali lang yung yung ating present value of 1. Okay? So this time, PV of an annuity of 1 answers the question, how much do I have to deposit every period to be able to accumulate this amount in the future? So may iniisip kang future amount, in the future amount, tapos iniisip mo magkano yung yearly or periodic deposit mo. 'Di ba? So ano ang formula? PV of an ordinary annuity of 1 and PV of an annuity due of 1. Applicable pa rin yung ordinary, annuity, and annuity due. Okay? Yan pakipicturan para hindi tayo mawala mamaya sa natin, process. Okay. So for our illustrative example, you have received a job offer from a large investment bank as an accountant. Your base salary will be 70,000. You will receive your first annual salary payment 1 year from the day you begin to work. You are expected to work for 10 years. What will be the present value of the offer if the interest rate is 12%? Nakuha ba? So ito ay ordinary annuity. Bakit? Kasi 1 year from now mo matatanggap ang first salary payment mo. So at the end pa rin siya. May time chart ulit tayo, guys. Ganito magiging mukha niyan. 0.0, ito yon. Today, ito. Then, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. Ayan. Okay tayo? Sige. So, paano ang magiging scenario nito? Pababalikin mo lahat ng yan dito. pabaliktad siya, guys. Unlike sa future value kanina, 'di ba paano siya? Pa right, ngayon pa left naman. Pabalik siya. Okay? So itong 70,000, lahat ng 70,000 na to, may corresponding interest na sa loob yan. Ang assumption ng time value of money, may corresponding interest na yan sa loob ng mga 70,000 na to. Okay? So, ang objective natin is tatanggalin natin yung mga interest imputed na sa kanila. Ayan. So, ito yung mga present value factors. Ayos? O, di ba? Ganun lang. Pabaliktad siya. So, paano natin gagawin ito, sir? Sundan natin yung formula natin. 1.12. Paki-input yan sa calculator. Press your division sign 2 times. Then, for 10 periods, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Dapat ang makuha nyo dyan ay 0.32197. Ayun. Oops, wag nyong putulin. Yan lang. 0.32197, chuchu. Okay? Now, gawin yung negative yan, guys, kasi meron tayong ima-minus na 1. No? Gawin yung negative yan. Then, plus 1 para mag-minus siya. Okay? Plus 1 nyo. Sinusundan natin yung formula, tandaan nyo, then equals. Then, divide it by 0.12. Dapat ang nakuha nyong present value factor ay 5.6502. 5.6502. Okay? Oh, yung 5.6502, i-multiply nyo yan sa annual salary payment na 70,000. Okay? So, magkano ang present value ng offer? That is 395,514. Ayos? Eh sir, kala ko ba tinanggal mo yung interest? Oo, tinanggal ko. Eh ba't parang mas malaki sa 70,000 yan? Okay. Tingnan nyo ha. Diba you are expected to work for 10 years? Ilang 70,000 yan? 10. So, 70,000 times 10. Yan ang ine-expect mong matatanggap after 10 years. Tama ba? 700,000. Pero, yung 700,000 kasing yan, may interest na sa loob. So, ang ginawa natin, tinanggal natin yung interest sa loob. Kaya ang nakuha natin, purely principal, 395,514. Oh, yun lang pala yun. Okay. So, diba? Yun lang. Hindi natin kailangan mag-overthink dito. Gets? So, ang sagot natin is 395,514. Gusto nyo ba ng ulit, ng long method? Ayaw nyo? Pero kahit na, pakita natin for your reference lang. Ganito gagawin nyo. Lahat ng 70,000, mumultiplyan nyo ng mga present value factors yan. Latag ko lang. Paano na ko 8929, sir? 1.12, okay, divide, press the division sign 2 times. Period 1, 0.8929, period 2, 0.7972, period 3, 0.7118, and so on. Yun lang. Susundan nyo lang siya. Nakuha ba? Then, multiply 1 by 1. Guys, magkakaroon kayo ng rounding off difference dito. Kasi nanggaling to sa Excel file ko, hindi ko na na-adjust yung decimal place. Okay lang yan. Immaterial lang yun. Okay lang yun. Huwag nyo masyadong isipin. Okay? Ayan. So, nakuha niya dito is, eto naman. Kahit magkaroon ng maliit na difference doon sa unang sagot natin, okay lang. Napakaliit na bagay lang yan. Ayos? Okay? For analysis only, no? Huwag nyo gamitin ito sa exams. Second. Okay. Tignan ko lang kung ito na ba yung last or hindi pa, no? Hindi pa, pero second siya. Second to the last. Ayan, okay. May isa pa sa dulo kasi. Okay? Sige. Now, you will receive 20,000 a year for the next 5 years from your trust. If the interest rate is 7%, what is the current value of the future payments if first receipt occurs today? 5 years. So, sa time chart natin, yung first 20,000 mo, ngayon mo na agad matatanggap, which is 0.0. Then, mga kasunod, ayan. 5 payments. Kasi 5 years eh. Gets? Okay. Alin dyan yung mga ipipresent value natin? Yung second to the last payment. Hindi mo na ipipresent value yung 20,000, yung first 20,000 mo. Bakit? Kasi nasa 0.0 agad siya. Yan agad yung value niya at 0.0. Gets? Okay. So, paano natin kukomputan ito ng present value, sir? Balikan nyo yung formula natin for annuity due. Okay? Sige. Sundan nyo ako ha. 1.07 tayo. Press division sign by 2 times. Then, how many periods? Sir, 5 years. Answer is wrong. -1. Sabi kasi sa formula natin, magma-1 tayo. So, 4 lang, no? 1, 2, 3, 4. Gawin yung negative plus 1. Divided by 0.07 and plus 1. Okay? So, dapat ang nakuha yung present value factor is 4.3872. Nakuha. So, yung 4.3872 na yan, imumultiply nyo lang yan sa 20,000. And, the present value is 87,744. Nakuha? Oh, may isa pa akong method. Kung hindi kayo sanay dito sa annuity due na to, guys, pwede natin gawin ito, no? The first 20,000, i-multiply nyo lang yan ng 1. Okay? Kasi present value na yan eh. Then, the next for 20,000, yan lang ang ipipresent value nyo. 20,000 times present value factor natin. So, sundan nyo ako 1.07. Press the division sign 2 times. 4 periods lang. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gawin yung negative plus 1 divided by 0.07. So, that is magkano? 3.3872. So, magkano yan? 20,000 times 3.3872. 67,744. Magkano yan? 87,744. Pwede nyo rin gawin yan, guys, kung hindi kayo sanay dun sa annuity due. Nasanay kayo kay ordinary annuity. Pwede nyo gawin siya. Pareho lang naman yung sagot. Okay? Alternative methods, binigay ko lang. Next, gusto nyo long method? Tiyanan. Ganyan lang. Okay? For your own reference lang. Ganun pa rin naman makukuha nyo. Walang problem. Walang problema dyan. Okay? Sige. This is the last example for this lecture video. What will be the present value of an annuity of 200,000 per year with the first cash flow received 3 years from today and the last one received 8 years from today, interest rate 8%? Parang humirap, no? Ang tawag dyan, deferred annuity. So, paano magiging mukha niyan sa natin? Sa time chart natin, sir? Ang sabi kasi, the first cash flow received 3 years from today. So, eto yung today, di ba? 1, 2, 3. Diyan magpapakita yung first 200,000. This point. And the last one will be received 8 years from today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Dito naman magpapakita yung last 200,000. Yung nasa gitna, tuloy-tuloy na 200,000 yan. Nakuha ba ako? Ilan yan? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Clear? 6 yan. 6, 200,000. Nasusundan ba? Okay. Now, ang magiging scenario natin guys is, ganun pa rin, ipa-present value nyo yan pa isa-isa. Okay? Pero magiging komplikado guys ha, tignan nyo. Ganito muna gagawin natin. First things first. First things first tayo. Putulin muna natin yung pagpe-present value up to this point, no? This is period 3, tama? That's for period 3. So yung annuity na 200,000, computan nyo muna siya dito ng present value. Okay? 200,000 times, what's the present value for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? 6 periods. What will be the, Okay? Anuin natin na. Sige. That will be 200,000. Ay, wag mo na. 1.08. Okay. 6 payments 6 payments to. Para siyang lalabas na annuity due nito. Okay? Sige. Ready na? Ready tayo. Okay. So, 1.08 divide by 2 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 periods. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Minus 1. Wait. Take 2. Na ano ko sa pindot ko. Sige, ulitin natin. 1.08. Okay. Press the division sign 2 times. How many periods? 5 periods. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Gawin yung negative yan, plus 1. Divided by 0.08 plus 1. So, that will be 4.9927. So, magkano ang present value ng 6 na payments na to? So, 200,000 times 4.9927. Magkano to? 998,540. Okay. Etong 998,540, that's the present value at this point. Pero, kailangan nating ibalik siya dito sa puntong to. So, paano natin babalik yan sa puntong yan, sir? Etong 998,540, babalikin mo dito. Okay? How many periods yan? 1, 2, 3. So, gagamit ulit tayo ng PV of 1 for that. No? So, magiging 998,540 times present value factor. That will be 1.08 division sign 2 times 3 periods lang. 1, 2, 3. Magiging 0.7938. So, magkano kaya ang present value neto? Paki-multiply. Magkano? That is 792,641. Round off nyo na. Okay na yan. 792,641. Hala sir, parang sa ulo. Oo, kaya hinuli ko tong deferred annuity guys. Kasi ito yung, kumbaga, pinaka-comprehensive niya. Ulitin natin yung ginawa natin. Ano yung ginawa natin? First, tinap muna natin yung pagpe-present value at this point. Tama? So, ipi-present value natin yung mga 200,000 na to. But since, nandito na sa puntong ito yung first 200,000, annuity due yan. Okay? Annuity due yan. So, ito lang ipi-present value nyo muna. Yan, yan, yan. Okay? Kaya 5 periods, no? 5 periods yan. Plus 1 tayo. Kaya naging 998,540. Okay? Then, another present value, binalik natin pa 0.0. Tapos, tinuloy natin yung present value, pero 1 single payment lang. Kaya naging 0.7938 yan. Okay? Kaya, 792,641. Gets? Now, there is another method. May method pa yan, no? Flexible dapat tayo. So, yung naka-red, that's the first method. Paki-take note lang, first method yung naka-red. Ang second method naman, dito ako magpe-present value. Kumbaga, magmumukhang ordinary annuity na lahat to. Lahat ng ito, 6 periods na. Ulitin ko 200,000 times present value factor. 1.08 for 6 periods na. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Gawing negative, plus 1, divided by 0.08. Magkano to? 4.62 pala. 6229. Yan. Magkano siya at this point? 200,000 times 4.6229. That is 924,580. Then, ibabalik mo ulit siya 0.0. Ilang periods? 1, 2. So, 924,000 times. Okay? 924,000 times present value factor tayo. 1.08, 2 periods lang. 1, 2. Okay. 0.8573. 924,580 times 8573. Magkano nakuha? 792,642. Okay lang yan. Piso lang naman eh. O diba? Kayo na bahala kung ano gusto nyong gamitin. Mag-ordinary annuity buy kayo or mag-annuity due. Walang problema dun in this deferred annuity natin. Gets? Ayos? Kayo na bahala. Basta pareho yung sagot natin. Immaterial difference. Rounding off difference. Gets? Okay. And that's the end of our time value of money discussion. But wait, there's more. Meron siyang part 2. Ano yan? Effective interest method of amortization. I-discuss ko yan sa susunod na video natin. Connected pa rin kasi ito sa time value of money, no? So yung diniscuss ko dito sa lecture video, that's just the first half of our time value of money. Itutuloy natin ito sa susunod na video. So thank you for listening, guys, no? Ayun. So I hope you have appreciated our discussion of the time value of money, and I hope you have appreciated the concept of time value of money. Don't forget to hit the like button and the subscribe button. Share nyo rin sa friends nyo, guys, no? Kasi lahat ng videos na pinopost ko dito sa channel ko ay free lang, no? That is for the use of all BSA students. Thank you very much. And stay safe.